Hello everyone and welcome back to more Desolate Planet, the Crash Landing Remake mod. So, in the meantime, since last episode, I was preparing more stuff for our tree farm, and I decided that I needed more slime, didn't want to use water. So I was just going to get some more ichor balls, which I got. I'm just setting up these two real quick. The destabilized redstone and lava creates netherrack, which is going in here, and then I just set up the endstone one because building up a stockpile using the resin ender underneath. Good to do. But those ichor balls allowed me to get a bunch more finished PCBs, which I used to make another 16 programming puzzle pieces, and now I'm working on making the assembly. Assembly stuff here. Oh, I'm gonna need one of these program. Oh, these are cheap. Okay, that's fine. Drill and laser. Is drill and laser used for anything? I don't think so. No, it has no use. Even the drill doesn't really do much. Yeah, it's just used to make valves, the solar cells, red dye, and a drill bit. The laser is the one that we really are going to end up using for, like, the important stuff, which is to say we make advanced pressure tubes, and we can do the PCBs without using etching acid. So, we'll need one more finished PCB there. A block of redstone, a compressed iron, 4 plastic sheets. And then I gotta do... Yeah, I've got everything ready except for those, Did I count that already? Because we need 3, 4, 5... Oh, wait, yeah, we need those 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 1 for the laser program. Why, the thing takes 8. Oh my goodness. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 compressed iron. Plus 12 for that one. This alone takes 3 plastic sheets. And now I need how many of those tubes? Platform takes 2. Laser takes 3. Okay, so I need 11, which means I need to make 12 of these. No, I need to craft 6 of these sets. So I need 36 plastic sheets for that. If I need 12 of these, that means... No, I need to craft 6 of those, which means I need 12 compressed iron. Just for those. And then I need 6 cannon barrels, which is 6 pressure tube. I put all right here. And then I need 36 reinforced brick wall. Means we're gonna need a bunch of this stuff. Oh, that's so annoying that I have to do one more whole set. Okay, let's go ahead and start crafting all this stuff. First, let's make the laser program, because we know we're going to need that for sure. Let's make this guy. We know we're going to need that for sure. Now we need... Oh yeah, we got to make those barrels first. Those, we don't need the drill. We need the export. We need the import. We need the platform, and we need the laser. Then we have one of these left over, which we can use to make... Oh, the elevators are super cool. Pneumatic door. Upgrades for the pneumatic armor. Like jackhammer. What does it do? Okay, so it does... It is a digging tool. Also, what do we need for the pneumatic armor? Compressed iron armor, which is easy enough. Circuit boards, air cannons. Okay, so it's actually fairly cheap. The thing is, you have to upgrade these. They're super cool when they're upgraded, but... I don't know. I guess I grabbed an extra circuit board. Well, good to know that we don't need that. And then under here, yeah, we have this one. It gives me the laser one. Oh, I feel like an idiot. There's no need to do that. Well, I guess we have an extra. Dang it, I should have looked. That's a mistake. I should actually get a pneumatic wrench. We're gonna need one. 4 compressed iron. Plus we need another 4. 2 of those. That's not what I want to do. I need that. I think I needed a gold ingot. A lever. And we're good. This air canister. Bada bing, bada boom. Make this guy. Bada bing, bada boom. Don't make me make the jackhammer. GPS tool. Need an air cannon. The air cannon's really cool, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. A little less important. Really quick, I am going to go charge up our... what's it called? This guy. Oh, that thing is just very slow, so let's do that. And it's only going to be able to go equal to what we have in the system, which is going to get, like, around 4. Yeah, no, these are burning again. Yeah, I shut all this stuff down because we have no more oil to process right now, but we have tons of fuel that we've made. Stand under this guy. Honestly, that's enough. Yeah, we're not going to need much more. Actually, I'm just going to leave the assembly stuff here. We don't necessarily need it right now. We'll set it up when we do need it, but for the moment... kind of just wanted to do that because we had a bunch of circuit boards that I made. And actually, I think... no, not right now. We should have everything we need to set up at least the basic system here. This doesn't require pressure, right? No, perfect. Oh, right. One last thing I wanted was to come in here, grab some charcoal, because we need charcoal to jumpstart the system. So we're going to come over here, all the way over here. Let's check in on... oh, right. This was probably full. It's filling up, yeah. We'll worry about that later. We can make upgrades for those so they can store more, but for now, that's plenty. So we're going to move the storage stuff over here. Kind of where these already are, but... I'm just going to break all this stuff for the moment. Just move it off to the side. Logs, saplings, leaves, sticks. These are all going to get sorted. We're also going to do silkworms at some point. But yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty cool setup that we're going to have. So, first things first, we need... we're going to have... where's my charging station? It's in here. Lined up with the middle of this, we're going to put charging station... this seems good. Yeah, we'll put it right there. This will be the drop-off chest. We put a dispenser upgrade in here. That gives it a little drone helipad on it, which is kind of fun and cool. I'm also going to use this to kind of serve as like a bit of a tutorial on how like all the programming and everything works for this. But first, we're going to work on some logistics of... oh, I didn't get everything I needed. Actually, good thing we have a bunch of wood here already. Apparently not enough. But what we're going to need to do... I also just learned something else right before I started this recording that's a bit annoying that I didn't know, but the sawdust can be composted, and it's really good. It's equal to leaves. So I did think about the fact that we could take birch logs, throw them into a milling machine that can just run off of a windmill, and just turn it into a bunch of sawdust to get a bunch of dirt that way. But I don't necessarily want to really do that. Instead, what I want to do That's going to all dump off there. So then we want this to extract. And it's going to put... How do I want to organize this? We're going to have like silkworms, sticks, saplings, logs, and leaves. Give me this guy. The logs up here. We'll lock... Let's just lock all of these. Silkworms are going to go in here. Saplings will go up here. Leaves are going to go in this one. Sticks will go in this one. So this is now going to extract. And I'm not going to worry about setting up a controller. I think it's easier to just do it this way. Because this should be the only items that ever end up going into this setup. Give me this, and we're gonna... It's not really what I wanted to do. There we go. That's the way I like to do it. It feels cleaner that way. I don't know if that's necessarily the best way, but we're gonna have it this way. We're not gonna have it extract just yet, but then we're also going to run pressure down here. And I forgot I wanted to go grab some cobblestone. Ooh, harvest that when we can. All that's done. We gotta really set up. There's so many farms that we gotta set up right now, but I haven't, and I'm not going to for the moment. Give me this. Use as building blocks. Go ahead right back on up here. And what I want to do is pair up a whole bunch of this dust. Alright, I want to dig a nice little area underneath where we're going to have all the logistics set up. We're going to hide a bunch of this, like, machinery stuff. And what we're going to do... We're going to find a nice cobblestone block to build this out of. What would look good for this to be sat upon? We need something that looks like it can hold some weight of all the storage. Cobblestone scales could look pretty cool. Honestly, I don't really hate that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to dig a nice big hole here. And what we're going to set up down here is an air compressor with some logic, some auto smelting. That's right, I need to auto smelt. Should have the logs in the bottom too. Oh well. Does standing under this keep me cool? It does. Nice. That's good. We're going to go down one more block. There we go. So what we need is... Is this what you do? Do you combine those? No, you just slap it on there. Okay. So we're going to slap this on here. We'll need one block away to put the compressor. This thing blows up. Yeah, these all blow up at 5. So I think like last time we need this to go... What, 8 blocks away? And then connect to a repeater. I don't have enough redstone for this, unfortunately. And I don't have a way to get out of here. I've trapped myself. I played myself. But I think that should work to prevent the air compressor from ever going too high. And we're also just going to break this stuff so I can... That's just not what I meant to do. I don't really want these right now. Actually, can I just compost those? Because if so, I'm going to do that. can't. Okay. Also, I gotta turn my fan on. It's hot in my room. Sorry, give me 1 second here. Oh man, I tried to use my little remote control and it's not working, so now I gotta stand up and walk my butt all the way over here. Gosh dang it. There we go. Ugh. So what was I doing? Right. Oh, whoa. A lot of noise. Sorry, I moved my mic stand around a little bit and it started shaking and making a ton of noise. We needed a little bit more redstone. Although, honestly, we can probably do this without the repeater, now that I think about it. We're going to fill that in at some point, maybe once we get all this up and running. Alright, what if we just think about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would turn it off at, like, 3.5. I mean, we could turn it off at 4.5. Require 9 pieces. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's cover those with red, or the cobblestone. That was not what I meant to do. This is also facing the wrong way. It's still facing the wrong way. There we go. So now set this to low signal. That's not what I want. So that means even if we do that... Well, actually, we can just test it outright by just putting a bit of charcoal in there. Slapping a bunch of speed upgrades. Watch this thing go up. If this blows up, I'm going to be so sad. This should turn on. Yep, there we go. This should be soon. Bam. When it gets to about 4.5, it should turn off. Oh, that's not good. When it gets to 4.5, it's gonna blow up if we keep that up. So we need to actually turn that off sooner, because it doesn't turn it off, it just prevents it from consuming more fuel. So, how much pressure does one piece of charcoal generate? Does it tell us? It doesn't, but I'm sure we could figure this out ourselves. And we're going to test it with and without speed upgrades. So with speed upgrades, one... Please, run out of pressure. Thank you. So it generates 1.12. Okay, and then we'll just leave that guy running while we work on the next set of things, which is going to be... We need... logs to extract on brown. Yes. Which will then run into a furnace. Right here, insert on brown. Do not extract. I'm going to export here. Actually, what we're going to do is reorganize this whole setup by breaking all this. Slapping this guy. Okay, so it actually seems like it's more efficient without speed upgrades. Good to know. Lock that. Put charcoal in there. Take this guy. Place this up here with sticks in it. Here we go. You're going to insert on black and extract on gray. You're going to insert on... What are you inserting on? You're inserting on black? Yeah, so you're going to insert on black, extract on gray. No. Insert gray, extract black. Extract black, insert gray. And I want to see, does this... Yes, that inputs that into there. Actually, we can just test this. Well, no, I mean, we know that the wood's going to come out on brown. Yeah, so 1 charcoal gives almost 2... bar of pressure without speed upgrades. And this should just put the charcoal right back in here. No, okay, it does have to extract on the side. Good to know. You're just inserting on black, and then we'll have the side extract on gray. You extract gray. No, wait. That's just why it wasn't working, right? Extract black, insert black. Break that. Yes, okay, so that is working. Good. But that seems like it can actually extract an input from any side, so in that case, if we just connect this line with the main line here, in which it needs to insert black, extract gray. No, never mind. It won't work because we need it to insert 2 different colors. Okay, so yeah, that'll be fine. And actually, that'll work great because... Please, you're so loud. Okay, take all that out for... Actually, leave that all in here. You also need to insert on a higher priority. Air compressor goes here and inserts on black as well, but with a lower priority. So it's first going to put it into the furnace, then it doesn't put it into the furnace. No, actually, wait. Furnace 2, air compressor 1. Wait, that's inserting on gray. So it's coming out of there and then pulling out. Yeah, okay, that'll work fine. Because when this fills up with fuel, it'll then go into the air compressor, and then if it can't, it'll sit in there. That should work. So if this generates approximately 2 bars of pressure, then we actually need to shut off at, like... If it shuts off at 3, then at most it'll generate... It would go up to 4.7. We actually want it to kind of shut off at 2.5, so we need... that. Yeah, that'll work just fine, actually. But more than fine, that actually works even better. Keeps things nice and tidy and organized down here. Takes up a good bit less space. So then... this will generate plenty of charcoal. This will keep this charged up to a low amount of pressure, admittedly, for now. But I don't think the drones necessarily need a lot. And I don't know that more pressure gives them more or less speed. I'm unsure about that one, to be honest. But I suppose we'll find out. Last thing I want to do is... not this. You don't connect. Instead, you're, that's also not necessarily going to... Oh, you know what we can do? We can take advantage of the fact that these can insert from any side now. And first up, don't connect at all. You guys, what color do we want to extract all the compostables? Normally I would do brown, but in this case we'll insert on... We'll do yellow. So insert yellow, extract on blue because it's gonna end up turning water, or making water. Do that. Insert yellow, extract on blue. Always active. I didn't even set you to insert. There we go. Insert on yellow, extract on blue, always active. Insert on yellow, extract on blue, always active. Place that there. Turn you off. Place another one, which will insert on yellow, extract on blue, always active. I gotta do this for all of them. There's almost certainly a way to copy these settings, or like auto-apply them. I don't know it right now. I'm sure by the time I find out, it'll be too late, and I will have already done this so many times that I'll just be used to it. There we go. So then we need to extract leaves on yellow and silkworms on yellow. Connect those up. And now it should automatically take these, put those in here, and then I do need one more actually for dirt. Put that guy there. Slap an item conduit on the back. You insert on blue. Have you actually extract on the light blue. Because at some point, I want to also get this to automatically make water. Although, is there an easy way to get water into dirt? Not necessarily. So actually, alternative idea that we can look into at some point is putting a magma crucible down here. And, well, what are other ways we could... No. We'll just do this for now. This will be a dirt producer, and then at some point I'll get it to automatically create water. Although we could honestly set it up now by just using a magma crucible or porcelain crucible with leaves going into a tank. Can I fill a tank? I need some kind of tank that lets me take stuff out. Like maybe a pneumaticraft tank would work. Please do not extract from that. That is just not working. But why? Okay, there's now water in here. We can't pick it up that way either. But what if we then... Okay, so we could do it from a barrel. What if I pump... this water into here? Does it turn into regular water? It just doesn't work. Does it have to be below? Ooh. I guess I should test to make sure that you can pull out the sides. This was stuff I should have tested a while ago, huh? Before setting this all up. Okay, you just can't pump it out with those. Gotcha. That's probably what it is, then. So this just has regular water. Yeah, we can take it out in bottles that way. How do we make fluiducts? Fluiduct. Bronze and lead. I know these are supposed to work, I think. But then we also need servos. Which is 2 iron, 2 tin nuggets. Do I have tin in here? I do. 2 tin nuggets. A redstone. I didn't realize I already had some. Whoops. And a glass. So we put that there. This guy here. With a servo on it. No, okay, so it's the same. We could do it the other way, though. Yeah, that'll be fine. We can just have it go into a barrel from a fluid tank. And then we can just scoop it out with bottles when we need it. Okay, yeah, we'll do it that way. We also might need a few more fluid ducts. We'll make just one more set. I do need another porcelain crucible. I need to do this. That's not how you make it. How do you make the porcelain crucible? Oh, you do need porcelain clay. Okay, I thought that was removed, but nope. Where's my bone meal? Should be some in here. Yeah. That, bada bing, bada boom. Throw that guy in there. This plank. Now we do also need something to heat it. And I want something fast. And like the fastest stuff, like fire is actually really fast. Blazing blood is also really fast. I think blazing blood might be our best bet. We can get a bucket of it from... Oh, wow, that's a lot, huh? So we'd need, what, 100 blaze powder? Do I have 100 blaze powder? I don't, not right now. Okay, we won't do that. I mean, I guess we could do multiples. We'll start with one, we'll upgrade to more later. Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. So... what are we going to heat him with? Could just use lava. Yeah, lava's easy enough. I'm sure I'll be able to find a way to make it safe. Hold on to that bucket, though. And then we'll head back up here. Can I sleep? I certainly can. Do that so we don't get attacked by phantoms. Ouch. Oh, I need to make an item filter. Because this is going to try and extract the tool. Oh, it won't extract the tools, actually. It can't. Perfect. Just place this down to get it out of our inventory for now. I don't know why I have these on me. Those are unnecessary as well. Forgot to grab dirt to put in there. I want this to both make dirt and water. Dead oak leaves. Look at that. They died. Although that might have just been me chiseling them. Man, I'm never going to make that jump successfully. I'm just going to keep breaking my legs. So inputs dirt. We're not going to have this extract, actually. But what we are going to do is probably put this guy here with this guy here, that guy there. the servo on it. So this, yeah, we'll fill up with water. And then we'll see if we can move it out of the porcelain crucible. What color are we extracting leaves on? Yellow. Maybe we actually don't do... I mean, could silkworms go into the crucible? No, so it should be fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this guy... Put it here, I guess. The lava there, put that there. Getting right in its way. Break that connection, break this connection, break this connection, break this connection. This one inserts on yellow at a higher priority. So it tries to put the leaves in here first, and if they can't go in there, then it goes into the barrels. And I think this all should work now, right? Although that's annoying. I do kind of want to move that down now. See, actually, there is another problem with this, and that's that we're going to overheat like this. So let's actually move this guy, and we'll just move it down a bunch of blocks. And I hope that's enough to, like, not cause us to overheat when we're up here on the surface. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. So I do now want to test and see, can we move the water out of that porcelain crucible? You extract on cyan. Don't do anything with those. Don't do anything with these. This is my favorite part of Ender IO piping. So none of the fluid goes there. You insert... And now we put birch leaves in here. Does it work? It's working! Oh, but it's not inserting for some reason. So it's filling the pipe, right? Yeah. It's just not entering this tank. Ouch. What if I use a different one? No. So we really may not be able to use those conduits, which sucks because it's going to make this so much more annoying to do all this pipe. Actually, wait, no. Before we say that. Yeah, because that's filled with water. Not acceptable water. Can I tell it that I want it to be acceptable water? I bet if I use a filter, it could work. Why does it feel like it's turning nighttime already? I guess because it is. Basic fluid filters. 4 paper around a bucket. Look at that. We got a sapling. Cool. Now I'm pretty sure I don't have enough. Yeah. But we can certainly get enough paper. Oh, this takes so long. Oh, this takes so long. Oh, it just takes so long. The magnetic effect is so silly. That away, we're gonna need that. But I also want this. Let's sleep. Because if this works, I will be very happy. Because it's very annoying that I have to use different item or different fluid conduits. Actually, I don't know that Mechanism doesn't allow this. It used to not. Ender IO used to be the only one that allowed you to do this. Wait, what I need to do... Oh, this is annoying. I'm gonna need a full bucket of it. I have a full bucket of it. And I think you do... Yes, whitelist. Only let acceptable water. Now let's try that. No, it doesn't know that it can pull the acceptable water out. Damn. Is it able to insert into the barrel, though? Like, if I go in here and take the filter out... No, it's not able to go anywhere. What if we just have it extract on green? Because it feels like it could also be a color problem. No, yeah, because I can't change the insert color of these. But the issue isn't that this is extracting... Dang, I wanted to avoid... this kind of complexity. Thankfully, it's not crazy impossible to clear these or to clean this all up. A little annoying for sure, but... Which also means the other thing I'm gonna have to do is go make a bunch more fluid duct. In the future, we may see if Mechanism lets you filter things or combine multiple pipes into one area, but until I know whether or not that is possible, I'm just gonna do what I know is going to work. Because I'm spending this entire episode on this stinking tree farm, and we haven't even gotten to the cool drone part. This is all just the underneath logistics of automation. Realistically, it's a little bit backwards, but I didn't think this was going to take as long as it has. Fluiduct. Servo. Oh, there's still fluiduct here. There we go, let's get rid of that. So then I also want fluiduct to come here. This doesn't even need to be there. I'm trying to clean up the piping a little bit already, but... let's get it going down here, here. Break that connection. I have to go there. But that should work now. I think. Right, if we take some leaves, put those in there. What? Why is that not working? Huh? It should be. Is it all getting stuck in here? What's going on? Let's just get all these leaves, actually. Let's just break this. It should... okay, it's going into there. Is it deleting it for some reason? Just break this guy. Empty it. Is that what was happening? Hold on. Now you know what? I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna go to my test world, and I'm gonna figure out if there's a way to move this stuff around. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm still over here in my test world, but this works. I think the weird thing was, it was destroying all of the water that we were creating because we already had acceptable water in the barrel. But what I'm seeing here is that it should work just fine. I also found that blazing blood, it doesn't seem like it increases your temperature at all, so hello. Please, just let me access this. So that seems to be good. Yeah, this is where I've been testing all of my, like, ideas and stuff. Tree farm test, other farm test, farm. Dirt. Yeah, just a bunch of messing around over here. But this seems like it... here's the real question. If we empty this... yeah, it still works. Okay, so this works just fine. It just means that this has to be empty before we fill it. Okay, well then... this is weird, but I'm going to try and figure this out in the single player and get it working as well. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got it working. Mostly. Hold on. Last thing we got to test. I mean, we know if we put leaves in here... and just get rid of all those. And you got to be able to make that jump. Come on now, guy. What are you doing? Actually, let's just fill this in. Make this easier on us. And it's going into here. We can see that increasing right now. So then the last question I have is, I don't have enough fluid conduit for this. Dang it! Ah! Hey, you know what? Let's just do this. Slap that on there. That's filling with acceptable water. And it's increasing. Okay, that works. Cool. This should be just about done. Right? That should all work down there. I'm going to leave it open for now, but... okay, that should be good. So, next thing I need to do is take this guy. Oh, man, here we go. We get to do the drone programming. This stuff's kind of cool. Plop this guy in here. We'll call this the leaf cutter drone. Okay. So first thing first, it starts. Then it needs to pick up items. This is the leaf cutter. It needs to grab the comma. We're also overheating. I'm going to stand in the shade while we do this. And then we give it an item filter here. Right click it, inventory, rose gold comma. Good. Going to pick that up from the area that we designate with this guy, which will be that chest. Then we right click you, give you that, give you this, give you that. There we go. First things first, it's going to go pick that up. Second thing we need to do is now figure out how big of leaf area this guy actually needs to cut. So the lowest seems to be here. Okay, so there should be 3 blocks. Yes, okay. So we mark this area. Actually, here. We'll, whoops, mark that one with the right click. Point 1, like position 1. Then we come over here to this guy. This is the furthest out the leaves grow. And mark this spot as position 2. So now we can see it's got all of those leaf blocks highlighted. That means we're going to come back over to this guy. And we're going to give it the... I need my comma real quick. Okay, I need some leaves of my own to make this easier. Second thing it's going to do is dig area. We'll give it the area tag here with position 1 here, position 2 there. And now if we tell it to preview area, you can see, oh, that kind of hurts my brain to look at, but it's going to harvest any block in that area using the comma that it has. And then what we're going to also do is add an item filter. And it's only going to harvest birch leaves. So now it's only going to harvest leaves in that area. So we can now... These don't preview that area anymore. Area type box, yes. And then there's a way to tell it. Requires digging tool. Order. I think we want high to low. We want it to go from the top down. I think should work. Actually, I want this one to be low to high. Actually, no, you know what? We'll just have it be closest. This should work. We can always edit this later if we need to. Okay, so it's going to dig that area. Then I want it to... All it's going to do next is... Where's the go-to location? Okay, so it's more expensive that way. So we'll just have a go-to location. And where's our single tool? Right here. I want it to then go... right there. I want it to hang out in front of the... Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to set up 3 blocks. These are all locations that we're going to have them go to. This one is going to go there. You are going to go to location. Area here. Right-click. Give it coordinates from the single tool. Preview area. Right there. Perfect. Good. And then we're going to tell it to stand by. And that should be good. It should just run this as a loop now. Where it starts, goes to pick up its item, and then digs this whole area out, only leaves, using the tool that it has. it then goes over to where it is when it's done and stands by. And the reason I have this go to location is because if you set it to standby, and it's up in the air, it'll just fall right out of the sky and just bonk its head on the ground and take damage. I imagine that can kill it. So now to export to program, it takes 10 puzzle pieces to do that. Is that like... Wow, each one of these takes a puzzle piece. That's a little annoying, especially this one. But there we go. Mr. Leafcutter Drone is active. We can break that. We're gonna hold on to him for a second. Actually, let's just drop him in the charging station to charge him. Which will need pressure to do that, now that I think about it. So that'll be 4 bars. Well, just under, but I love the way he's like facing down. That's funny. So actually, because he's going to be consuming pressure. Let's do that. Okay. So let's go ahead and do the axe drone next. Right? So pick up item from inventory, this axe instead. Oh, and we can also put the comma back in here. Then it's going to dig. We need to change the area, though. We'll start from here. And we'll just mark the highest possible point a log can go over here. Which is how tall. How high can these logs get up to? Up to this level, huh? Like right up to here. Yes, so then we'll mark that as spot 2. Yes, okay, that's right. Took me a second to look at that and feel like it was correct, but it is. And then I do also need a log here. So dig the area of that and dig only birch logs. Now let's preview this area. Good. Stop previewing the area. Last thing I need to do is take this guy, select that block, slap it in here. Preview area. Yes, so it's going to go there. Don't preview that area. Need to grab another drone. This guy. Toss him in here. Call him the Woodcutter. Woodcutter drone. Export that. 10 puzzle pieces. Wonderful. That guy out, put this guy in. And now we're going to work on the... So he's not the leaf cutter, he's not the wood cutter. Oh, I didn't think... We actually need 4 drones for this, now that I think about it. Because this guy is going to be the sapling drone. The sapling... Well, actually, we're going to need 5 drones, because we need 1 to replant the saplings as well. So this guy will be the crook drone. Crook drone. Yeah, I did not think this through, huh? Yeah, my math was off. But we'll program the rest of the drones. Like, the picker and the sapling placer are going to be very easy. So have the sapling placer, place them on this level. He's going to collect items from here. And then the collector guy, I honestly could just use, like, 2 default collectors, but I'll probably just program 1 to go across the whole area. Well, I don't know. We'll see. There's going to be... Honestly, it's tempting to just use vacuum hoppers, like the absorption hoppers, and combine everything into chests and then have one guy get those. But we'll figure all that out later. So item filter, inventory, crook. Now I made the mistake of, actually what we could do is we could export, check this out actually. What we're going to do is we're going to take the leaf cutter drone, we'll plop that guy in here, we're going to import the program, take him out, put this guy in here, and just switch this over to the crook. And that should work. Only difference will be he needs to go into that spot at the end. Preview that area. That didn't work. Let's preview that. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, this area. Yes, that's all the leaves. Good, and he's only going to harvest birch leaves. Wonderful. So we can actually just export this to the crook drone as well. He's done. Take you out, put you in. Put the crook in there. How much pressure do we have in this system? Get that guy going with some more. And what the dispenser upgrade does is it allows, at least I believe it should allow the drones to automatically come back here when they need more air. But let's try to start the leaf cutter drone. And let's let him go. So he should go get the comma. What's wrong with you, guy? Is it because there's someone in here? Do you not think you have enough pressure for it? Let's put the leaf cutter drone back in here. Import the program. What's wrong with you, guy? Okay, you know what I am going to do then? I'm going to create a little bit of a loop. I'm going to break this guy. We're going to go charge it up at our big pressure setup. Eventually, we're going to upgrade to like an advanced air compressor plus advanced pipes over there so we can get the pressure higher, so they're better. But for now... I have speed upgrades, yeah. Let's drop a bunch in there. Put these in here. At least I believe the dispenser upgrade is supposed to... Let me go look it up just to make sure, but I believe... Actually, isn't there like a Metacraft manual? Probably make it easier. Yeah. I actually have that manual. It's downstairs. Yes, this guy. Charging station. Read about the drone. Program and pressurized drone or performance program task. Automatic charging. Here we go. When they're low on air, they'll stop their main program and search for a charging station that has a dispenser upgrade at least 1 bar of pressure closer than 80 blocks. Okay. So it should charge itself then. 4 bars gotta be enough. I'm gonna charge you up as well. But in the meantime, while he charges, I just want to see this work. Okay, if I just place you down here. Maybe that has to be a regular chest. Maybe it doesn't quite understand this chest. But, you know, I can't blame him. It's a bit of a complex item. So we put the comma back in there. Now, go crazy, dude. That should work. Oh gosh. Dropping stuff. Why aren't you... Maybe... Oh. Maybe I need to change this to... No. No. Maybe I need to do that. Okay, how about now? You should understand that there's a comma in here. It worked before. It worked in my testing. Be sitting there on standby mode. But why? Okay, I have an idea. Just to test it temporarily and make sure that it works. Because it was working in my test world, but it could be because the tools aren't considered unbreakable yet. So let's try it with shears. And if it works with shears, then we'll have the crook drone just use no tool. Slap the woodcutter drone in there too. And the idea is to have unbreakable tools that we can have them use. But if that doesn't work, then oh well. We'll figure that out later. Use shears. Export that to the drone. Place a couple shears in there. Go get them. What is wrong with you? I don't... I used the wrong piece. Oh, it's not supposed to be pick up items. It's export item. Like import from inventory, right? Ah. Oh. Dang it. That's why it's not working, because I'm an idiot. See, I had all this planned out, tested out, and, like, done in my test world. And then I didn't reference it, because I did all that yesterday. Put those back in here. Grab our bedroll. Let's go ahead and... I can't sleep. Oh, well. Okay, we're gonna keep those, get rid of pickup items, and import from inventory, filter, area, dig, export to drone. Really quick, import this guy, switch that back to the comma. That should be fine. Now export that to the drone. Go ahead and sleep in the bedroll. I knew there was a reason that it was being dumb. Although I feel like it still should have broken the blocks, even though it didn't pick up the tool. But I don't know. It could just be me being a bit of a silly. And at some point, we'll probably end up putting speed... Oh, look at that. We're out of water. We'll probably end up putting speed upgrades in a collector drone and the sapling. Maybe not the sapling drone. I don't think it'll be necessary, but... Do that. Put a dispenser upgrade. Leaf cutter drone. Do your look at him. He's doing it. Oh, he's doing it. Okay. The crook drone. No, that's right. I forgot. I have to fix both of them. Okay, put the crook drone in here. Import from the drone. Take that off, take that off, take that off. Delete pickup items. Import from inventory. Area, item filter. That. Export to drone. Slap the crook drone there. He's not doing it. Why? Why did he not do it? Go do your thing. Yeah, you picked up the crook. Go break the leaves. I wonder if it's because there's a different drone already doing it. Okay, well, let's start with the woodcutter drone. He should do his thing. Nope, I didn't upgrade. I didn't fix him yet. Import program. Bam, bam, bam. Import program. Because I need to save that area slot. Import from inventory. Bop, bop, bop. Export to drone. Woodcutter drone. Go do your thing, guy. Oh, look at him. Look at him go. And something that's also really interesting is that they will get levels on those tools. So eventually they're going to slowly but surely get better. Okay, I don't know why the crook drone isn't working. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, look at... Oh my gosh. Why is the crook drone not doing his thing? Import from inventory. Dig area. Maybe you go high to low. Maybe we try that. Go, dude. You gotta go. Your job's being taken. Why? Why are you not working? Also, look at this. This is awesome. There's so much. Look at this guy go crazy. I love him. I do have a bit of a concern, and that might be that they're not allowed to have overlapping areas with the exact same job. So, come here, comma drone. Wow, look at him go crazy on that thing. Put all this stuff away. No, he's just broken. I don't understand why he's not... Okay, well, I'm not going to stop the comma drone or the leaf cutter guy from doing what he does best. Let him go crazy. Oh, now he's broken, too. Oh, no, there he goes. Maybe it's just taking him a long time to identify the blocks he's supposed to go get. Because he has to check such a large area. Hold on. You can do it, guy. You can do it. Oh. I thought he was going to do it, but... he decided there was no more blocks for him to break. Okay, also really quick, because so many blocks are sitting on the ground now, I'm going to pick up all of that so we don't lose it. Also, I'm going to take the wrench, take those guys back. Oh yeah, I forgot, they're just going to come back on their own, because they're awesome. I'm hoping that these leaf piles will disappear on their own, because they're really annoying. But even if they don't, I mean, they're not, like, the worst ever. And I'm pretty sure I can stop them from existing by just putting slabs down here. Or anything that will break them like that. But, I mean, look at what one harvest is going to get us from this tree farm. And it should be fully self-sufficient now. Where it not only produces, like, all the air pressure it needs, but it also ends up giving us excess charcoal, water, and dirt. I'm also kind of tempted to get rid of immersive weathering. I don't like the way the leaf piles drop. It's really kind of annoying at this point. I'd rather everything just quick despawns when it's not connected anymore. Also, let's stop eating those. We gotta eat protein and grain. Eat this until we're full, and we'll switch to bread after. Here we go. Okay. So these guys are just hanging out. I'm gonna break them real quick just so I can get their tools back. We can work on fixing them. Well, fixing the crook drone. Figure out why he's not working. But yeah, that's all gonna be off-camera stuff for now. You guys can see this, I think, is going... Actually, last thing I want to do is test all of this stuff. So that should... Oh, those are silkworms. That's right. That's what that was. That one needs to extract. It'll fill this up first. Oh no, is it broken again? Ah, crud, I broke it. Oh, no, it's working again. Okay, so it just seems like I can't have a stockpile built up. Which is a little annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Because I was hoping to get, like, a big stockpile of water here. Although it was working previously with a fluid conduit, as we saw. So maybe that's... Maybe I just changed that fluid duct to a fluid conduit. Also, do I have 2 more? Perfect. Need to make more rotors. Which I think... Well, let's make sure we know how to make the programmable drone again. 4 turbine rotor. Means we need 12 of these. Okay, so it's 24 redstone. And I did make 2 batches of those. Then another 12 gold here. So we're gonna let that go crazy. Get that producing pressure. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. I don't have any speed upgrades on me. Dang it. Right, the whole reason I came down here, though, was Fluiduct. Do I have any left? I actually don't think I do. Okay. No, sorry. Fluid Conduit. Okay, so it's 6 conduit binder. 3 glass. Because the hope is that this will still work and still give us a stockpile of water. Don't do that. Come on now. You extract. You insert. Okay, that's increasing again. Good. Which means I want to see... That's filling up. It's working! Okay, awesome. That works. There we go. It now works. We get a 32 bucket stockpile, which is a lot. I mean, I think that's enough to fill an advanced camel pack entirely. Now, let's hope this doesn't blow up, right? Oh, no, we're fine. Okay, well, then in that note, I'm going to end this episode here. I'm going to try and get the tree farm finalized and working. That'll all be for next episode. But for now, I do want to thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. And next time, we might head to one of the cities, try and find a foundry building, so we can get some netherite, try and get those unbreakable tools. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.